Welcome, y'all. It's the Louisiana Swamp Rat. Just wanted to come at y'all today for a little AKT Akash update. Hope everybody's doing well. Just like I said a few days ago, all the market's green, everything's up. Akash is, just slowly grinding up, but no big deal. No stress, no worries. Just keep staking and holding. I just wanted to come to you real quick and say that if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm AKT Akash Adrian. So $ AKT Akash Adrian. If you want to subscribe to my channel, do that if you want. Give it a like if you'd like. Give it a bell notification so you get all my notifications when I do videos. I'm going to try and keep this one real short. I'm such a long-winded person. I'm just going to try and get right to it. I made a post today about Akash tokens, each one going to $1,000 each. And I've done the math, and depending on what source you go to, I come up with about a $350 billion market cap needed to achieve that 1,000. So it's about 350 million now, 323 according to the Coin Gecko. A little different over on Coin Market Cap, but really, I'm not too worried about that. What I did want to say is that Akash is doing cool stuff. They're now integrated with Minecraft, one of the biggest games in the world. They will be integrating with more and more crypto projects. Are the first and easiest low hanging fruit to do. So they can partner with crypto teams like Rune, Solana. I would imagine things are going to start really ramping up for Akash. It's still unheard of. People in crypto, people who are into decentralized web, they know what's happening. So Akash is part of this bigger movement. Filecoin is decentralized storage. There's decentralized VPN, which was Sentinel. They're on Cosmos. And I think their staking percentages are even higher than Akash, which is at 84% about. But why Akash is so unique, why it is such a special project, is that the CEO, Greg Osuri, who I've spoken to at length, and their whole team, they had this vision. They had a history in tech and this kind of realm, but they had a vision to take on the old clunky, censorship happy Amazon Web Services, so Amazon Cloud, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and then even Alibaba. They are all working under this old 15-year-old technology that's slow. As you notice, the exchanges go down all the time. They freak out. They can't handle it. So they're working on a really old platform. And then when you go to deploy or do stuff using Amazon's cloud services, it's painful. It takes a long time. You've got to sign up. You've got to prove your identity. You've got to pay with a credit card. They know everything about you. And they can censor you. So going back a few months ago, I'm not going to get into politics, but there were platforms and whole applications that were getting censored, and they were doing this using these centralized cloud services. So there's a movement to be free. It's called permissionless, censorless. So you can basically do what you want with Akash. You just wall it up, you say, I need some data, I need some cloud services. You say, here's my AKT token, and then you are deployed. Speaking of that, I wanted to share with you what may be the first physical Akash token in the universe. It's right here. I was going to put it on something fancy like a plate and present it all nice, but maybe this is cooler. So this is me, AKT Akash Adrian. So anyway, it's kind of stupid gimmick, but I thought it's kind of funny, so I hope you like it anyway. So So Greg Asuri and their team, Bozanovich, and there's two bosses on the team, but they had this idea to take on all the big boys, and they partnered with Equinix Metal a few years ago, and they've been working hand in hand to create what we have now, which is a working product. What's lacking is awareness of the product and adoption of the product. It's really just a marketplace. Akash is a marketplace. Keep in mind that Amazon's cloud services have just been valued at $500 billion, and Akash can do everything they can at about 90% less cost, but also faster, easier, quicker, but you get better service because when Amazon or Google Cloud goes down, as you see, websites go down. The advantage that Akash has with Equinix is that it's kind of like a rolling connection where because Akash is connected directly into Equinix, that you always have a connection. So for instance, if something goes down or there's a break in the data or communication, they just plug into the next one and the next one and the next one. But with Amazon, when you got one connection, when it breaks, it's done. And it's got to be fixed and you've got to redo it. Akash was so smart that they came up with a way to do it faster, better, cheaper, easier, pay in crypto. And now that IBC is enabled, you can swap Atom tokens, Iris, Akash, and BNB is going to be coming on board at some point. They're not IBC enabled yet, but they're going to, this Cosmos Hub Gravity Dex is going to allow all of these tokens to intertrade. And ETH is coming. There's a project called Peggy, which is going to be allowing Ethereum to talk with all the Cosmos projects. And then even from then, the IBC is going to reach out to other cross-chain platforms. So Polkadot, ADA, everybody's going to be talking, and Cosmos is going to be the hub. And that's why if you look at the Coin Bureau's guy, he's done a few videos on the Cosmos, but recently he did one, and you should watch it. It was maybe a week or so ago, but explains how Cosmos has these hubs, and then you have these shoot-offs of it, and that's why it's so quick. So it's not with Ethereum, it's just like this slow, painful, expensive experience. But with Cosmos, I can send you $1 million of Akash for a penny, and it's there in a few seconds. So it's unstoppable. Cosmos Atom at $4 or $5 billion is insanely undervalued, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment. I like talking about Akash. I'm holding a ton of Akash. Going back to their vision, what they did with the tokenomics is they arranged to have a certain amount of tokens, millions, that they pay all of the stakers in rewards. So say you're staking, you should be staking. I'm on Cosmos Station. You can use Kepler. I just started using Kepler to experiment with this IBC deal, but I'm totally happy with my Cosmos Station. But you stake, and then every day you've got more Akash. So my vision for Akash and my investment in Akash, it's getting more and more long term the more I see and get a feel for what they have and what they're doing, and just how big it is, how large it is, and how insanely mind-blowing their vision was to do this project. But the way, you're going to get staking for a few years, it's going to be going down, but they're going to be doing take income of 20% of all of the transactions that are on Akash. So if that number goes to, 100 billion or hundreds of billions a year, which it should, if anybody with a brain will look at the situation, not using Akash it's just it's stupid, really. It's just like, why would you want to pay 10 times as much for shittier service that's a headache, you know? So crypto's the way. Coin Bureau did a video just about 2 days ago about crypto and how all of the financial markets, the whole financial system, gold, silver, banks, that whole thing, that's a goner. Um, and crypto is the way, and precious metals, you know, they've held their value. Look at gold versus Bitcoin. Do a little research. In the last 10 years, Bitcoin has gone from $1 to $60,000, and gold's been in the $1,000 to $2,000 range. It's like for 10 years. If people who bought gold then would have bought Bitcoin, like say $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, then you'd have had 500 million or 50 million, and you'd still have the same amount of dollars in gold. Give me a break. So anyway, that was just a little tangent. But what I was trying to extrapolate from that is that the crypto markets are about $2.5 trillion now. Let's just say that all that money from traditional finance comes in, and the crypto markets are worth, $100 trillion, which is a 50x from now. That's not even that much. It's actually not that great. I mean, it is. It's kind of crazy good, but it's also not that much. So if we have $100 trillion market cap, and Akash is in the top 20 or so. Let's say there's 20 projects that are worth more than Akash. 20 billion. If they're worth 350 billion, we get to the $1,000 token. All right, back to what I was saying. So the tokenomics and the way they designed it is superior to any project I've seen. They want people staking. They want people talking about it like me. They want users of Akash. They want the tokens out there, and they're on it. At some point in time, just like Atom Cosmos is on Binance and major listings, there will be Akash on a major listing. There's no doubt about that. It's just when that'll be, who knows. Just be cool. Just ride it out and collect your staking rewards. I can live on mine. I can live on mine like a freaking king, actually. Just because I saw Akash and I just dumped I basically put all my money in it, and I don't regret it. I actually bought some more after I bought my initial stack. What's cool with Akash is every single day, your average buy price goes down and down and down because you're getting more and more tokens at the same buy-in. So your buy-in doesn't change because you paid X amount of dollars, but the tokens are going up. So every single day, you're theoretically just paying less for your Akash, which is it's kind of a mind bender, but it's a good mind bender because it's going to keep you paid. So I just wanted to point out something that I find a bit weird here, and that's so between the two sites, CoinGecko is kind of the main one. They've got it at circulating supply. Oh, there's 4 out of 131,000, whatever. They've got a 192 ranking, and then if you go over here to Coin Market Cap, which is an extension and owned by Binance, they're at 241. It's like, how do you get a difference of, what was it, 240, like 50? It's like, come on, how can you, 50 places? There's a difference of 50 places. So something ain't right. Coin Market Cap's always weird with these unique tokens. With Core, they did the same thing. The prices are just all over the place. So they say the circulating supply is at 55 million with a maximum supply of 388 million. I did want to point out that there was a recent, in the Telegram group, there's a recent release of millions of Akash tokens, millions. And there has been some speculation that that was an exchange who's getting ready or had them or moving them, or Akash is sending them to an exchange or generating them from an exchange. So we'll see, you know. I got a lot of people to buy Akash at $7 and more, and I'm not sweating it. It was $5, you know, a few days ago. It's not ideal, but who cares? It's like just wait, you know. Anybody listening, my personal advice is to buy and don't sell any at $6. I'm not selling any till 15 or $20. I might just sell a little bit, but I don't really need to, and I don't really care. So I'm happy to just hold it and keep staking it. You know, back to my circling back. Akash is a project that I could see holding for the rest of my life. If it's achieving what I think it will and hope it will, and it's paying, let's just say, for lack of $1 million a year or so, which is, you know, pretty achievable from the amount of tokens I have and from the take income. I think it's totally doable. The thing you have to realize is that this token price at $6, it is ridiculously, oh my God, stupid low for the market that they're entering and what they've already done. That price you see there is a gift. And the gift is that it hasn't gone to FTX or Binance or an easily attainable exchange. Because when that shit happens, you are going to see green candles on Akash like you have never seen in your life. You can bet that. No doubt at all. And this isn't your typical altcoin. They go up, they go down, blah, blah. As far as I see, Akash is going to be just increasing in value as time goes on. And I'm not looking for any exponential freaking 500% in a day or any crazy movements. I'm cool with just a few percent a day, just grind it up. But having said that, on the exchange listing, it's going to go nuts because everybody in the world, and especially my fellow Americans, they want Akash. And a shout out to all my Russians and Chinese folks. I love you guys too. And we appreciate all your support. Thing about crypto is it brings everybody together. You know, there's none of this nationalism. Oh, I'm American, he's Russian, he's Chinese, all this. Forget all that. We are brothers in crypto, all related, all the same. We just happen to come from a different place and talk different. And I live in New Zealand, and people, you know, I don't speak like a Kiwi, I can tell you that. So I stick out like a sore thumb. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap it up. That's all I got to say. I think Akash is freaking awesome, and holding it for years and decades, I think it's going to be the play. I'll be selling some, you know, maybe over this year just to buy some stuff, houses and a car or something maybe. But besides that, I'm just going to let it roll, let it do its thing. I don't need to chase the markets up and down. Oh, everything's up, everything's down, whatever. Counting my staking rewards every single day. I've got a few hundred more Akash, and that, my friends, is a fucking victory. So stay safe out there. Buy some more Akash. Get this shit while it's cheap at $6. It's actually exactly $6. Yeah, that's what I got. Have a nice one. Thanks for visiting.